Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I bring to your attention fragrances that are usually very good value for money. They smell good, they're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research time for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this update is for the brand Al Faris. Brand Al Faris is another Middle Eastern brand from United Arab Emirates, and this is the first from them to review. I never had one before, and this one in particular called Nahr Al Oud is Eau de Parfum 100 ml. In United Kingdom you can find it under £30, and for that price it's very good. So for a first fragrance from this house is quite impressive. You know, the quality, especially for a price, is very good. It smells much more expensive than under £30. The presentation is to match. The bottle is very heavy, the cap is very heavy, the design is very attractive on the eye, and altogether you can't beat it. You know, when you go and buy perfumes from established European companies, for that price you don't get nothing like this. You get very minimalistic, very simple, very low quality presentation perfumes and everything like that. So for the price ratio, what you pay, what you get, again, they always deliver. The Middle Eastern brands and the Middle Eastern perfume house, they know how to do this. They give you everything plus the kitchen sink. So for the price, absolutely yes. It's just no brainer to me. But obviously this is a particular fragrance for particular people, which I'm going to explain in a minute. In terms of performance, excellent. On my skin went over 10 hours. On t-shirt goes over 12 hours. Again, they deliver in terms of performance. Performance is very good. Is Eau de Parfum, and it behaves like Eau de Parfum, and is a very long lasting perfume. I put 5 sprays of it and I could smell it all day. Even the next day on t-shirt it was still there. So it's very long lasting. In terms of projection, I got an arm length of projection for 2 to 3 hours, and then it slowly subside. But you always have a good bubble, good cloud, and a good trail behind you. If you want to go outside and people smell you from the other side of the road, probably you need to go more than 5 to smell it. So performance, again, very good. And in terms of who is it for, this is a little bit on the mature side. I would say 25 and up to be in the safe side, because although this is quite universally palated fragrance and it's very hard to dislike it, but I think majority of people who are over 25 would appreciate this better than the young nose, because at the end of the day this is an oriental fragrance and it's a little bit on the deep dense side of things. So for that I would say 25 and up. And in terms of sex, although it's very unisex to my nose, it's bang in the middle, but it leans a little bit masculine because of those notes inside here. So unisex, yes, but leans a little bit masculine. In terms of occasion, this is quite opulent, so you can use it evening, you can use it formal occasion, you can use it special occasion and things like that. But because the price is very reasonable and is very accessible, you can use it anytime, anywhere, any season. It's very versatile. You pay for the perfume, you know where to wear it and when to wear it. This is just a recommendation. In terms of season, this is better suited for cooler weather because it's sweet and it's dense and thick. So better suited for cooler weather, but you can get away with it in autumn and in the spring. But in summer I think it's too sweet to wear it in high heat. So the smell is delicious. Okay, so is sweet, quite sweet. So you need to first thing you need to like your sweet fragrances, because this is, in terms of sweetness, is around 7 to 8, 10 being the sweetest. So it's very sweet. So this is the first thing. Second thing you need to like is your spiciness, because this is quite spicy, although the note breakdown doesn't mention that, apart from the saffron. So the note breakdown is very minimalistic. It says Top notes saffron, heart notes agarwood and rose, and base note oud and praline and vanilla. Yes, everything in here is correct. The only thing is they don't mention the whole note breakdown. So I get spices like a little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of cinnamon in here, definitely. Plus the saffron, giving it that spicy and warm feel. Overall, it's quite spicy, yes. Vanilla and praline together here, making that sweetness. So it's very, very sweet, but it's delicious in the meantime, and it doesn't run away. Sometimes you get sweet fragrances and they are too much. They give you a headache, they give you nosemic feel. This one doesn't. It grinds it. So the sweetness, although it's quite sweet, but it grinds it with other notes like the spices and the woods. So very, very well done in that term. Agarwood, yes, I get a little bit of oud in here, but the oud in here is very safe. It's very universally palated. It's very European like oud, so it's safe. It's not barnyard, it's not, you know, animalic, it's not funky or anything like that. It's very, very smooth and very soft, and is more like woods than oud. Although it doesn't mention, I get a little bit of sandalwood and cedar in here as well to give it that woody base. When it opens up, the woods are quite in the background, but later on they get more and more apparent, especially in the dry down, they get a little bit stronger. But that praline and the vanilla stays from the beginning to the end, and that is the sweetness of this fragrance. There are some fruity aspect to this fragrance, especially from opening to the mid, but the fruits are not fresh fruits in here. They are dry fruits. So dry fruit like a sweet raisin or a sweet date. So they are a sweet, dry and over-ripened fruit smell to it. But again, they are not the biggest player. But you can feel them, especially from the opening to the mid. The other thing is, it says rose in here. Yeah, I get a little bit of rose. Overall, if you are sensitive to rose, you will pick it up easy. But if you are a rose lover, this is very minimalistic on the rose. So it's very, very tiny amount, just to give it a softness, so just to give it a balance between the players. But overall, the rose is one of the very, very, end tail of fragrance notes in here. So the biggest player first and foremost is the vanilla and praline here first. Second on the spices, which is saffron, cinnamon and nutmeg. Third is the woods like cedar, combination of the cedar plus sandalwood, and also a little bit of that soft and warm and gooey oud in here. And also the fruits are the next, which are dry fruits, sweet dry fruits like raisin and date. And at the end, you get that rose. So you can tell where is the rose. The rose is way in the background, but if you are looking for it, if you look for it, you can detect it. But overall, it's not a typical rose oud fragrance. This one is more like a sweet vanilla, amber, fruity, woody, spicy feel to it overall. And for this time of year, it's beautiful, it's delicious, it's long lasting, it's noticeable. You smell it and other people will smell it. So the strength of this fragrance is under £30, but it carries on all day, which is very, very good for, especially for winter, and goes that long. This is very impressive, because usually in winter fragrances just gets closer to the skin and they don't jump off. This one will jump off your skin very well, and that is the strength of this fragrance. So for the price, highly, highly recommend it. This is delicious. This is gourmand. Little bit of caramelly feel to it as well. That combination of praline and the vanilla give a little bit of caramelly feel to it as well, but again, not much, just a hint. And the other thing is a little bit of boozy feel to it, especially when you smell it from the cap. It's got a little bit of boozy feel to it, and that boozy feel is come from the combination of the spices and the vanilla and the praline again. So overall, very delicious, very gourmand, very good for this time of year, which is the middle of winter, and is very sensual, is very well done, is very balanced, is very good perfumery in here and good ingredients, especially for a price under £30. As I said, when you smell it, you smell something much more expensive. To some extent, don't quote me on that, okay, just to put you in the right direction. To some extent, it reminds me of the House of Arabian Oud, Kalemat. So if you are familiar with that one, you'll be familiar with this one. Again, it's not a copycat, it's not 100%, but when I smelled it, the first thing it hit me, I remembered that fragrance. So Kalemat by House of Arabian Oud, which is quite expensive, around £150 for 100 ml of it. So this one is much cheaper and it takes you most of the way. Although again, it's not 100% copycat, it's not one-to-one, but majority of the way is there, about 80-90% similar to that one. So if you like Kalemat by House of Arabian Oud, you love this, especially for a price. And in terms of performance and quality, is not very far behind that one. When you put them side by side, it's very hard to pick them up in terms of quality and smell and longevity. Okay, so highly recommended. Yes, 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 I loved it, I enjoyed it. Wifey loved it, by the way, which is quite on the unusual side, because with oud she's very particular, but this one, because the oud is soft and in the background mainly you feel the sweetness and the fruitiness and the spiciness, she liked it. So very, very good overall. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons, like, subscribe, share this video with others, comment. All these things will help this channel to go a long way and keep bringing you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They are amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems, and they are very good value for money. If you want to purchase one of my own perfumes, yes, I'm a perfumer myself, I make my own line of perfumes. They're called the Scent of Persia. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker. So there are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky guys in United Kingdom. They are out of this world, they are super artistic, ultra beast mode, 100% natural, amazing value for money, and one of the best ingredients in the world come from my country, Iran, Persia. We've been making perfumes for more than 5,000 years, so we know a few things about perfumes, and they are very mysterious, very historic, very unusual, very unique, very artistic perfumes. I leave them in the description. Thank you very much, and I see you later. Bye bye bye.